Hello everybody, how you doing? Cedric and CJ here, CRWC commentary. We'll be reviewing AEW's Double or Nothing. So yeah, we know this is like way late and whatnot, but health issues and things like that make a great delay. I've been working on a whole lot of stuff. I wasn't going to do this without Cedra, so that's why we're all so late. But I also made sure not to listen to Jim Cornette, just to be sure that anything I say will be genuine coming from me, and then I can listen to him later. So let's see. And for those that care to voice bomb or something like that, I got us up on Discord. I'm trying to do that. So when I do these reviews, I'm also doing it per se live on Discord. And anyone can come into the chat, talk. It's all good. So we start off with the international title, Will Ospreay versus Roderick Strong, and I'm like, okay, we know how this is going to end, and we know how this is going to go. So Strong is the champion. Cedar found it funny how Ospreay scampered into the ring during Strong's intro, trying to give him a frontal hidden blade, so I guess a visual blade. Yeah. I don't know. That popped Cedra when he saw that. Huh?
I said the unhidden blade.
The unhidden.
Yeah.
Kingdom tried the Doomsday device on Ospreay, but Taven's feet were tripped up on the top rope, and he kind of just pushed Will while Bennett tried to flip him. Ospreay landed on his face.
It was ugly.
Yep.
Ospreay was hurt up, but then this time it wasn't his fault.
Yep, but then he just no-sold it.
Mm-hmm.
Distracted, the ref backs up into Ospreay, who was grabbed by Wardlow, and Will, not knowing who was behind him, nearly kicked the ref in the balls.
Yeah, he tried to get that trick knee going.
Wardlow got caught with Ospreay in a standing head scissors, and Roderick was not DQ'd for some reason. And what's worse is the ref yanked Will from Wardlow, half throwing him down like he was a feather. The ref just give me that human being and just threw him on the ground.
Maybe he got some tips.
He got some tips. Ospreay hit an awesome captured dragon bomb for a double knockdown count. During the strike exchange, Ospreay put the hands behind him, allowing Strong to just forearm him a few times in the face. That's just stupid. In a real fight, you gonna do that? Just put your hands behind you and say, go ahead and blast me in the face as hard as you can? Nah. Don Callis hypes Will up to do the Tiger Driver, but Will feigns it. Don't do it. Will beats Roderick with the Stormbreaker. And I had to put a note. I know they're trying to gain credibility on the belt, but the company needs credibility first. We simply know that Tony is happy with his choice.
It's too late to put credibility on the belt because of the way the first title run was handled. So there you go.
I wrote that I'm stunned that seeing AEW after more than a month hasn't changed anything. I wrote that because I was like, seriously? After all this time, after all this criticism, and you still doing the same crap? I was like, then, after resting on this a few days, I'm like, okay, I get it. I won't study anymore. It's more like, okay, par for the course. So next we get Adam Cole. He comes out in his story time, tells everyone that they suck. He complains about being there, and then MJF comes out after a vignette of him and Cole in a picture that he put back together. The fans go ape with chants, and they hug. Then they hug it out. And I'm waiting for it because the fans were upset when they started hugging. Low blow kick from MJF, followed by a brain buster. It's a start on the road of revenge, I suppose.
Revenge or character recovery after that long-term assassination.
I would say both. The revenge is also character recovery.
He was catching it from the grassy knoll over and over again.
Yep. He cut a great promo, MJF did, saying that he doesn't need New Japan or a Vince McMahon to make him because he made him. He hates the mask and everything it stood for, and then he Ric Flaired the mask. MJF made sure to say almost every swear word never allowed on TV. He still cut a great promo, and he got some tips. His abs, he made sure that everybody could see he's working on his abs.
He was showing off his abs.
And he says, "I'll never leave." Yeah. WWE called him and offered him the money. He'll leave depending upon. MJF has a very strong will. If WWE calls him and they turn him to a mid-card guy, he's going to have to be main event or no event. That's MJF if he's wise anyway. You know, MJF is good. He's good. He's got that it factor. So
yeah.
Now we get to the Unified Trios title, Death Triangle versus the Bang Bang Gang. So Phoenix slipped running upon the entrance, but he recovered. That was nice. Death Triangle finally matching attire and looked like a unit for once.
Yeah.
Let's see, JDDT's Pac, who convulses like he's legit injured, and this is the second time I've seen him do it. The fans go silent because they are half damn scared. They just saw someone half die in front of them. This isn't the same as Rob Van Dam selling his ribs after the frog splash. Pac does this and then goes on to wrestle each time. This turns fans off of the match for a bit and makes some hate feeling annoying for him. You know, that's about it. You can't do this and expect the fans to keep liking you.
Or believing you.
The match was nearly lost, but Juice Robinson comes out and ruins Pac, who's up top, and helped the Bang Bang Gang retain the belts. The way Juice hopped off that apron and landed, I was worried he'd have broke his leg or something. But yeah, fans getting sick of Pac. It's like you can't keep acting like you just died in front of us.
Yeah,
because you can't keep doing that. That's just no.
It doesn't help. It doesn't gain anything. It doesn't enhance the match. It's just unnecessary.
And you wasted it. You could have done that on the injury angle. Take a month out, come back, fired up, yada yada. Then you get planted again, and you don't sell it like that, but you do hurt. There's an art to this, and it's just lost on these people. Next we get the Women's World Title, Serena Deeb versus Toni Storm with Luther and Mariah May. Really good match with a few confusing spots where the women got mixed up on what and who was going to do what. Luckily, that was fleeting, but still noticeable. They fully went out wrestling each other, and the fans were all behind Toni. As when Deeb would show any signs of a true win, the fans got upset. So, but still, this was a damn good match nonetheless, and ended with Toni hitting her super pile driver and then Storm Zero for the pin. So basically, what it's saying is I had to do all this just to beat her. But honestly, Toni don't necessarily have any opponents.
She's kind of gone through them.
Yep. And that's good. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. So,
but them keeping the belt on her makes sense because
she's worth it.
She's worth it. She's the most entertaining.
She is.
She's the most entertaining. It doesn't fit anybody else to have it right now.
And then we got a grudge match. Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy. Cassidy has gone back to his old music and wearing dark colors, so he's very serious now.
Oh yeah, he's mad.
Trent looks serious. I mean, Trent looked like he's there for a fight. And I find it amazing that these two are two. Excuse me. I find it amazing that these two are to express they hate each other, and then start off with everything looking highly choreographed. Orange reverses a triangle choke into a jackknife hold for a 3 count, and Schiavone asks, "How did he do that?" I was like, he flipped him over.
Yeah.
It's a stupid question. After the match, some woman tried to talk to Trent as Rocky was trying to as well. Trent tells the woman he's not doing this anymore, pushes Rocky away while leaving through the fans.
Woman's his mama.
No, that short blonde woman or whoever it was that was trying to get the interview?
Oh, that woman. Oh,
What's wrong with you?
Renee Moxley.
Oh, that's who that was. That was Mrs. Goon. So next we get the FTW title 3-way match. Hook versus Shibata Katsuyori and Chris Jericho. Okay, so Jericho, he brings in a large bag of dice at some point. Funny moment, Shibata throws the dice at Jericho.
He was launching them dice at Jericho. Let me just say that of course I don't like Jericho, and him walking around with that stupid shit-eating grin like he's the best thing since sliced bread is fucking aggravating. And then they just bastardized poor Big Bill. Now he's just a henchman for somebody hanging on to the last rung of the wrestling business. Continue.
Put the cart before the horse. You just like doing that, don't you?
Oh, sorry.
Just you want to do this from now on? You can watch and take the notes. Take them how you want. I'll follow suit. I have no problem. Want to do that? Want to do that?
It'd be much shorter.
Yeah, it would.
Go ahead.
Okay. So they tried DVD, Death Valley Driver, Spicoli Driver, whichever you want to call it, onto the table with Jericho laying on it. Shibata hit the move on Hook, and they both just slid off Jericho onto the table.
Yeah.
And the leg was broken because Shibata, he landed neck first. I mean, he rolled like a cartoon character though.
And boy, he rolled across.
He rolled across Hook.
Yeah.
Who rolled across Jericho. It just slid off the table. It was something wrong with these tables because he wasn't the only one that did it.
Yeah. They weren't behaving appropriately. They didn't understand the assignment.
Hook had Red Rum on Chris, and then Big Bill run in and attacks Hook. Hook used the exploder on Bill through the table that was on the outside on the floor. It was out there for a while, so finally it got used. It's not ignored anymore. Jericho is in the figure 4 and Red Rum at the same time. Then someone dressed in all black run in. Who could this mystery person be? Cedric figured it out. I won't carry. But this person attacked the submission holders and then unveiled himself as if it meant anything. It's Brian Keith.
It meant something because he's them. They did the same thing to him, which is what led to this 3-way match. He being Shibata and Hook.
The fans didn't react. They didn't give a damn. Jericho pinned Katsuyori, who was in a trash can. Going on how he's used, he should make a home in that thing. Security come in to stop Hook from chasing Jericho, and then they got suplexed all over the place. That's how that ended. International World Grand Prix Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match. Goon versus Takeshita.
Why have an eliminator match at the pay-per-view? This is not the time for an eliminator match. You got a whole month with 3 different shows a week. 4 if you even think about Ring of Honor to do an eliminator match. Why? Oh, why would you do it at what's your flagship pay-per-view?
It's dumb. Sockface says the medical team cannot disclose the injury about Goon, but they allow him to wrestle?
That's stupid. We can't tell you what's wrong with him, but he's clear to go. What the hell?
Goon's arm is wrapped from shoulder to wrist. We skipped this.
Yep.
Goon won as we expected.
Yep.
But I mean, you think about how good Takeshita is. Then you think about how Goon has been presented. He's got one arm. Takeshita can't beat this guy. Takeshita need to sue. So next we get the TNT title match. Barbed wire steel cage death match. I didn't see barbed wire on the cage, but okay.
It was at the top.
Oh, okay. Kind of like a Halloween Havoc kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't understand what's the point of it being up there.
So to win, pinfall or submission. I mean, you ain't got nothing left. I guess they could have done, they could have done like most falls or something. Okay. So it's Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. Adam comes up to his new music and such with the screen displaying The Brood. So, yay, we get cheap pops. We skipped a lot, and there are tables broken in the ring, and the fans are quiet. Malachi kicks Copeland out of the ring, out of the cage for a small pop, and now with them outside, the cage match is null and void, but it keeps going. At a note, I hope they don't bring Gangrel out. He's old and rickety. House of Black, they come out, they stand by Copeland getting a pop from the crowd, and then they attack Malachi. Then they attack Malachi for some reason, but they attack Copeland.
They sided with Copeland like they were going against Malachi. With Copeland.
Then they attacked. Yep. And the fans behind Brody King. Back in the cage, it's a 3-on-1. They set Copeland up for a Jesus moment and all turns red. Gangrel rises from the ring and uses the jumping DDTs on the House of Black. I was like, man, it's obvious. Malachi, he takes out Gangrel, though. Copeland applies a crossface to Malachi with the barbed wire, which had no barbs on it, around his head. So he had a ring around the noggin. The referee stops the match. So referee stoppage. I think Malachi allegedly passed out or something. I had to note that Gangrel moved very well until he had to walk up the ramp with Adam.
Yeah.
Where he hugged him with a kiss on the forehead. It was adorable.
It was. But they were the walking wounded.
Yep. Gangrel like he had wrestled for 20 minutes his damn self.
They were both on the stick.
I was like, man, his knees are terrible, but he was moving though. He was doing that DDT. He was doing it
in the ring, yeah.
I was like, man, I missed that though. So then we get New Japan, was it Strong Women's title or something? I don't know. It was something with Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale.
TBS.
Oh, it was the TBS title.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't write it down and I didn't hear anything. Mercedes Moné has a ton of fanfare from the Daft Punk hype drummers and the Nevada Showgirls. Moné's outfit is super busy while Willow is very 80s retro cool. Willow's lost weight. She looked good.
Yeah, she did.
Moné lost the Manjigatame at one point, or the octopus stretch. So Willow had to look like something was being done to her. Moné was not strong enough to push Willow, so Nightingale had to run into the corner on her own. Willow did a shin break on the ropes, on the apron, which looked nasty. But I saw how they did it. Nice job. But still, it was nasty. And it should have, in my opinion, probably should have led up to the win of the match.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't much. Didn't get too many, but Willow did a nice swinging clover hold. It was nice. She only got like 1.5 revolutions though. When Moné does a knee strike, I'd like for her to not slap her thigh. Willow hit the dangerous queen bomb, and her friends were too busy arguing with the ref, giving Moné time to kick out. Moné can't apply holds, so Willow has to keep making them look like something. Moné hit a small something from the Gory position, the Gory Guerrero position, some kind of slam. I think Statlander used it at one point in the beginning. I can't remember. But no, she was ailing after her win because she got the win after this. But then she was starting to dancing around like nothing happened. And after the match, Hathaway barks at Willow and Statlander shoves him down. So Statlander leaves with Willow and then attacks her on the floor with Stokely smiling and then joining her. Why? The point?
Who knows?
So then we get the AEW title. So we got Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage. So for some reason, Prince Nana is doing the Warriors bit about Swerve coming out to play. Don't know why. Swerve come out dressed like the Warriors, but no one, not even commentary, knows it.
No one knows it. The whole thing is lost on the entire audience, including commentary.
It's a movie. The Warriors. Awesome movie.
Awesome movie.
You can. It holds up today. Go find it. Go watch it. It's worth it.
But that was a waste of an intro. Whoever idea it was. I mean, Swerve looked good. His outfit looked good, but it's just they don't care. They don't know and they don't care.
If he had came out like Luffy, then like Monkey de Luffy, you know, something like that. If he came out like someone else from One Piece or some contemporary or whatnot anime, it'd been all right, you know. But no, this crowd is not going. They weren't gonna recognize that. No crowd would. And if they did, they would have really popped because that movie is good.
It's too obscure. I mean, before when he won it, Black Panther, everybody could identify with that.
Yep.
Everybody knew what that was. But nah, this was a bad call.
I guess because Jade ain't doing it, they got him doing it. I don't know, having the pay-per-view and having the theme. So Nana is about to attack the patriarchy with the belt on the outside. And the ref sees him and ejects him from ringside. Now, usually you eject people getting involved with the match to retain fairness. The fans were pissed with the ref. Mm-hmm. They were pissed. Mm-hmm. Then the ref catches kill switch, and then he points 1, points 2, everyone's getting on their feet, points 3, and then ejects them, and the fans pop.
They did.
Fairness has been restored. The people are up. This would have been a great moment to use to lure them into the finish.
But no.
So while the fans sing na 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 na, the match goes on, killing the buzz. Mm-hmm. So Wayne comes in with a lovely ace crusher on Swerve on the outside, rolls him in and catches the Tamikaze from cage for a 2 count, or the kill switch, or the unpretty, or what. But originally, Tamikaze. Swerve got his stomp on the announce table. That's nice. Swerve wins after a long-awaited stomp, followed up by a leaping low side kick. He called the house call. That he missed 3 other times during the match. So he finally got it.
I wish he would what is it called? The Meteora?
Yeah.
I wish he would get rid of that.
Wait a minute. Well, that's the double knees. You talking about the stomp from the top rope?
Yeah.
The double foot stomp? Yeah.
Anything where they have to sit up like they're hurt
and
but
wait.
But they're not so hurt that they're sitting up, but they're too hurt to move. What the hell?
Here's the thing. If your opponent has to wait for you like they're watching old school cartoons on the bed, you know, you need a different move. No one should wait for you to do anything. Just like Sky Blue's move, no one should wait for you to do anything. They should not wait. It should be right there. There's a setup move, and then when you have your own personal majesty, they feel that energy as you're about to go into it. They feel it. It's there. Go watch those old school New Japan tapes. Watch the old school NWA tapes. You know, watch that stuff. You see it. Watch Attitude Era. You can feel that energy. We're going into our finish. You can feel it.
Yep.
Then we get the main event, Anarchy in the Arena.
Oh man.
Young Bucks, Okada, Jack Off Perry versus failed TR,
I suppose,
Bryan Danielson, Miyagi-less Danielson, and face on the Buzz Allen, Darby Allin. I'm just making up some stuff because it's just one, I don't have any respect for this match, and I'm bored, and I want some food that Cedra has made, and I'm hungry, and it's gnawing at my stomach. So music plays, the wrestlers play, the fans sing, and it's just glory, glory, glory. Matt Jackson says he says cut the music, and then they do. He states it costs $200,000 each time it plays, and says that they're on a budget. Shivani says, when did that start? The fans chant, we want music. My goodness. Darby was covered in boards and trash, and several minutes later, a truck speeds through, crashing into it. The truck stops and Perry is slumped over on the seat. Commentary has to remind us Darby was in the pile driven into. Cedra clowned the moment, saying if Darby was in it, he'd just get up, and since he was hit in the face by a bus, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Darby comes to the ring later, so he's cool.
He's cool. He got plowed over and probably stuck under the front axle and grinded in the meat paste, but he's good.
Yep. No cell death. Jack Perry nabs Tony Khan. Nothing comes of it. Best line of the night when they was talking about that. And Shivani says, yeah, but that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, funny. He's an idiot, but he's funny.
Yeah.
Darby uses the flamethrower on Perry, and the Bucks are ready with the extinguishers.
Oh yeah.
I think that was the best wrestling move of the night. The flamethrower and the extinguishers. Yep. Make sure Jack Perry's all right. He was only on fire for a split second. So note, I wonder why their mothers even care about them at this point. It's the same as watching your child get strung out on drugs and steal all the joy from your life. At some point, you gotta let them go. Am I wrong here? I was thinking about, Sam Jackson's first, I think, movie role. It's like, good. I was like, oh my goodness. That's what I think about AEW. Good. So Dax get hit with an exploding chair, and a few of the fans pop. Okada pulls out a thumbtack shoe for the Bucks. So Allen is hung upside down from the ceiling, and they kick him. The fans chant, please help Darby, who is still hanging upside down several minutes later. I think he was unconscious. Matt hits a knee strike and pins Danielson. After all that, everything they went through, Danielson was not really in the match that much. The match ends and Darby is lowered and not really moving. Must be that blood that rushed to his head for a very long time. And after the show, Sockface says AEW has been the home of pro wrestling for the past 5 years, and Shivani said, that's bullshit. There we go. Okay, look, straight up. The home of pro wrestling for 5 years? No. You first have to do pro wrestling. And then you can say that. WWE is more of a home of pro wrestling. The NWA, when it started coming back, that was the home of pro wrestling until last year with that Sam Ain crap. And TNA, that's more of a home for pro wrestling than anything else right now. So, yeah, what this is, I'm gonna launch into a couple of things real quick and get up out of here. But they have to say this because they're losing rights. They're losing deals. They're being offered less and less money. Tony Khan is doing his angle. He wants to be out there in public. He's hoping that he gets a rise from the people and stuff. Hey, no one likes me, so if I get beat down, that might make people like you all or whatnot. Nope. No one cares. So then with the angle, his dad come out. Why would his dad rush out and go to his aid? All of a sudden, right? Think about that. They are hemorrhaging money. Mm-hmm. Hemorrhaging. Okay? Hemorrhaging. So Tony Khan is like, Dad, you got to understand why I love this. So, hey, come out. You'll see. Dad goes out. He's aiding his son. He gets to hear the roar of the fans. He gets to be in that atmosphere. It's like, man, this is good. Tony Khan just saying, Dad, see what I like and why I like it and keep supporting it. I'm not going to make any money with it, but I'm having a lot of fun. That's why that's happening. DAZN got rid of them. Other places getting rid of them. Losing TV deals. I'm telling you, you will know his empire is absolutely collapsing when he loses Collision. That's when you know he is absolutely going away. And so I'm just going to touch on that real quick. And I'm going to say that when it comes to professional wrestling, if you are providing entertainment for your fans and your fans only grow, you're good. But when your fan base is dropping and you're doing the same thing, that's a message. And it's a shame that this man is deaf. So with that said, this has been Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary on AEW's Double or Nothing. And we want y'all to be cool, be chill, be safe. And we'll see you next time.